All right, this is going to be a review of the Elimination Chamber 2018. So we start off with the first ever women's Elimination Chamber match. I thought this was good, not great, but, you know, it definitely had a refreshing feel seeing all these women in the Elimination Chamber for the very first time. You know, I thought Mickie James in the first half of the match really kind of stole the show. She actually did a dive or a splash off the top of the pod. Once she got eliminated, there was a lot of "We Want Mickie" chants, so the fans were kind of disappointed about that. But I thought this had some good storytelling between Sasha Banks and Bayley. They kind of worked as a team for the majority of the match. Alexa Bliss kind of played the Triple H role of, you know, kind of being a chicken type of heel where she didn't want to come out of the pod. If you remember, that was kind of shades of Triple H and Goldberg right there. But, yeah. Alexa was trying to escape from them the whole match, and Corey Graves even said that the only chance Alexa Bliss has, she just needs to pray that Sasha and Bayley turned on each other, and then that's exactly what happened. Sasha turned on Bayley. It was just kind of, it just felt very random that to see Sasha turn on Bayley like that. I was hoping they would work together and eliminate Alexa, but you know, Bayley actually got eliminated by Alexa Bliss. Alexa seized the opportunity, pinned Bayley, and then eventually she was trying to escape from Sasha again, but actually pulled off the Twisted Bliss off the top of the chamber pod. It looked really cool, but then Sasha countered that into the bank statement, and eventually Alexa actually, as Sasha was going to go for a splash off the top of the pod, kind of, you know, took her out by the knees and then eventually did a DDT to her. And I thought the finish came off great. I thought Alexa looked good here. You know, I would have liked to have seen Sasha win this match, because I think Sasha Banks versus Asuka would have been the best possible matchup at WrestleMania. But at the same time, I like Alexa Bliss. I think she has a great look. You know, I think she's improving as a women's wrestler, and she kind of proved in the post-match promo why they're going with her. She has great range. You know, I don't know, for some reason I really bought into that promo about her really feeling emotional, and, you know, this is an inspiration for all women and all that stuff, because, you know, it's the first women's Elimination Chamber. Maybe she didn't expect to go to WrestleMania, so I thought that was a great promo, and then she kind of turned on all the fans after that. I just thought it was great range. How you can go from, you know, low to high like that, you know, kind of alter her whole personality in that short of a span of time. It's, you know, she's got a lot of skills, and like I said, guys, she has a great marketable look. She's in the midst of this really, you know, long push right now, and I guess the WWE felt it was good to capitalize on it, so I have no problem with it. I like Alexa Bliss. So it'll be Alexa Bliss versus Asuka at WrestleMania. You have, you know, two very different styles and personalities right there, so I think it'll make for a good match. I don't think it's the best possible women's match that they could go with, but yeah, man, Alexa Bliss, she's at the top of her game right now, so let's give her a chance and see what she can do. And so move on from there. Next match, you had Cesaro and Sheamus taking on Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil. This felt like a Raw, you know, tag team championship match, just very Raw quality. It was very difficult to follow the chamber, but I thought they did a fine job with it. I thought Cesaro and Sheamus looked pretty compelling, but, you know, at the same time, it just kind of felt like filler, but I thought they did a good job for the spot that they were in. Next up, you had Asuka taking on Nia Jax. If Nia Jax won this match, I think she was going to be added to the main event of WrestleMania. But, you know, Nia pretty much dominated the match, and then Asuka eventually got the roll-up out of nowhere to get the pinfall. I just thought it was a very, you know, you can make a case that this had some good storytelling to it, because, you know, Asuka's facing someone that, you know, dominated her in size. But, you know, I don't know. I just felt like this match, I just thought it kind of dragged, and I don't know. I just don't think this was a beautiful. I just don't think this was the right way to showcase Asuka heading into WrestleMania. It's just a tough opponent for Asuka to look good against, because Nia Jax is so, you know, she's basically twice her size. So, but, you know, the match is fine for what it was. Next up, you had Woken Matt Hardy taking on Bray Wyatt. Yeah, I mean, this just didn't end up being good. You know, Bray's has kind of fallen, you know, so far and far. You know, you guys know I'm not a big fan of him, but I don't want to kick him while he's down. But, you know, I was hoping that this would be a good WrestleMania match for Matt Hardy. I thought the video package came off across really well. I thought it came off very well done. The editing and the sound effects, I thought everything was fine in the video package, but, you know, the crowd just didn't care about it. There was a lot of Rusev Day chants. You know, anytime Bray Wyatt was on the offensive end, the crowd was looking at their cell phones. So, you know, the part where Matt Hardy made his comeback, you know, the fans were into, you heard some delete chants and all that stuff, but, you know, I just hope Matt Hardy really finds it with this character, because I really think he's found, you know, that missing ingredient with this character. But, you know, the question mark is this going to transfer to the WWE? And at this point, you just don't know. But, you know, hopefully, you know, Matt Hardy can move on to bigger and better things, and hopefully he gets a WrestleMania opponent. But after this match, you know, it doesn't look likely. Next up, let me talk about the Ronda Rousey segment. Kind of weird. Angle was kind of playing at an instigator, or kind of he was kind of going back to being like a dumb, like clueless jock. I couldn't tell what he was going for, but, you know, I guess they wanted Angle to play the instigator, so he would, you know, it would build that tension between, you know, Ronda Rousey and Stephanie and Triple H. And, you know, the segment was a mixed bag. I thought it had its moments. The crowd was great at one point with the "you effed up" chants after Stephanie slapped her. You know, her putting Triple H through the table. I thought that came off well. You know, overall, I thought it was a good segment. I just thought it started off very awkward with Angle's role in it. You know, not exactly the type of match you want to see Angle in at WrestleMania, but, you know, maybe be Ronda Rousey and Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie. Maybe there's another guy you could plug in there for Angle, but I'm not really sure about that. It looks like he's going to be Kurt Angle, but yeah, I mean, segment was pretty cool. I thought they did it in the right venue. You know, Las Vegas is kind of like the epicenter of, you know, boxing and MMA, so I thought it did come off pretty good. And then we have the Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania 34. First time this was ever a 7-man match. Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, Elias, Finn Balor, John Cena, Seth Rollins, and The Miz. You know, it's maybe this was not the longest Elimination Chamber match ever. I'd have to check on that. It felt like the longest because of the entrances and because of the whole Elias, you know, pre-match promo, which took about 10 to 15 minutes for this thing just to get going. You know, honestly, guys, I think if you just judge this match by a match itself, I thought it was great. I thought the storytelling was good. I just thought you had a lot of, you know, a lot at stake in this match. You know, kind of predictable. You know, I'm going to try to judge this match not because of who won or who was pushed heavily. I mean, this ended up being the Braun Strowman show, with Roman Reigns winning. We've seen Strowman put over Reigns countless times again. They try so hard to build Strowman up as a monster, only for Roman Reigns to you know, steal all the glory from him, and that's what happened here. But I want to give everyone credit here. I thought everyone worked their asses off. I thought Seth Rollins looked great. I thought Finn Balor probably stole the show. His athleticism and, you know, just him, you know, doing spot after spot to put Strowman and Ray, just definitely had good drama. Seeing Cena get eliminated was kind of heartbreaking. Cena really looked, you know, it was just, you never really seen Cena, you know, take an elimination like that for a very long time. So I'm sure this is going to affect Cena mentally, even as a performer. You know, I just think he's going to, you know, be motivated to, you know, still prove that he could go at his age. But we'll see what happens from there. But you know, really good stuff with you know, all the guys in the ring doing the Shield powerbomb to try to put Strowman away, but that didn't count. You know, Strowman kicking out of everything. It just looked like, you know, nothing was a strong enough move to put the guy away. The guy is just an animal. He's just so big and so strong. You know, he was really the story of this match. But you know, I just thought there was a lot of good offense from everyone involved here. You know, this is the kind of Elimination Chamber match. I don't think it's going to age that well. It's not the type of match that has a lot of replay value. It's very, very long. I think once you know the result, I don't see it like a match you're going to go back to, like the first Elimination Chamber match or the New Year's Revolution Elimination Chamber match. It's you know, it's not one of those matches you're going to want to watch over and over again. But, you know, it did have good storytelling. If you don't know the result going into the match, it will create some good drama. You know, cheering for Balor to win it, or seeing if Seth Rollins could get his career back on track, seeing him winning it. It would have been cool to see. You know, I was really pulling for Finn Balor or Seth Rollins. I think any one of those matches against Brock would have been cool. But, you know, you're going to see Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar again. You know, not the worst thing in the world. You know, Roman and Brock had an excellent match at WrestleMania a couple years ago, only to see Seth Rollins kind of steal the glory. This time they'll finally get to meet one-on-one. And, you know, Roman Reigns will probably be winning the championship. That's probably what will happen. But, you know, they did prove that they could put on an amazing match. It was definitely the best WrestleMania opponent that Roman's had out of the 3 WrestleManias he's main eventing. Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks to see Roman Reigns main event his 4th WrestleMania in a row. But, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, there's nothing I can say that's going to convince the WWE to think, you know, another way around. You know, Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, they're still trying to get back on track. But, you know, maybe next year someone else will come along and we'll get a refreshing WrestleMania main event. But, you know, Roman and Brock, it's not the worst thing in the world. And, you know, the Strowman stuff, it's kind of frustrating how they're always out to make him look like a monster. I would have liked to see him not be so dominant in this match, but at the same time, it did make for a good story. So, you know, the match is what it is. You know, I thought it was a hell of a ride. I enjoyed sitting through it, but, you know, I could see a lot of people being frustrated with the, you know, the winner of the match and the overprotectiveness of some of the guys in this match. But, yeah, man, I thought this was a good pay-per-view. I thought that the Elimination Chamber matches were cool. I thought the Ronda Rousey segment, you know, it was good in moments. It definitely had its moments. You know, the undercard stuff, you know, kind of felt like Raw matches, but, you know, it is what it is. And, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review, and, take care.